Good morning from Onondaga Lake here in Syracuse, New York. Today we're down here on a 33-degree day, a day after Thanksgiving as I'm recording this, and just kind of wanted to come down here for a few reasons. There's a trail that goes through here that is just to the south of the lake, and it's the Empire State Trail, which follows the old Erie Canal path basically through the state. And we're actually going to go down to this bridge down here that was the last part of the Empire State Trail to be completed. And we were down here in 2021 last time. It was January. I don't know why I always come down here when it is freezing, but we're gonna go down there. It's kind of, from our perspective here, it's like there's the dome where Syracuse plays, and right down there in front of the dome, that's where the little bridge is. So you can tell we're in the off season. The little docks here are brought out of the water because it's gonna freeze hopefully this year. It didn't freeze too much last year. A little more of a tour. Liverpool, New York is across the lake here. They have lights on the lake over there, huge drive-through Christmas decoration thing. Here's some road noise. That's 690, so you kind of gauge where I am if you want to come visit this place. Started down the trail here, follows the side of the lake shore, I guess, and some ducks out here. Now this is still a, you know, you don't want to eat fish out of here. I heard that you could possibly, if you needed to, eat one fish out of here a year. This was once known as the most polluted lake in the world, pretty much, because when Allied Chemicals was over here in Solvay, I remember a little waste bridge going over the highway here, and my mom and everyone who grew up here in like the 60s and 70s, they remember stuff actually being dumped into the lake. So it was not that long ago that it was not appreciated at all. It'll never be back to what it once was, but it's still beautiful to look at. You know, sacred ground for native people, and it's disappointing what people have done to this in the name of profit. So why we're heading down here is this bridge is actually the subject of the first video that we did on the channel that actually like meant something, what the core values of this channel was supposed to be, and actually got a good response because it was a new bridge. There are a lot of people Googling for it as they wanted to bike across New York State, as you can go pretty much from Albany to Buffalo through here. And this was the final puzzle piece that had to be put into place for you to be able to do that year, as people Google searched for it and searched on YouTube, and this video came up. This was the first video that hit 1,000 views that wasn't like an amusement park or something like that. So it's kind of holds a special place in my heart, we could say. I really dislike that video, but it provides a purpose. And we're going to talk about other purposes of this channel and maybe some changes in the future as we go through here, some challenges. So I probably have to say why I think this is our first successful video of the channel, and it's really because we didn't have a lot of subscribers and not a lot of success with something that was outside of amusement parks and different things like that. You know, the typical exciting things. This was just a bridge that was new and on a trail in New York State. And it was odd that it got 1,000 views in less than a year. If I remember correctly, as soon as we get around this corner here, the road noise stops a little bit, which is going to be nice. And speaking of roads, If you are not familiar with our channel, we love to travel, especially around upstate New York, and show off what there is around here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe down below. It's a little cold out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe down below. We'd love to have you take a few trips with us to different places. There's interesting stuff up here. We are not too far away from the highway, and you can already hear the difference. I can actually hear myself think. And this is so beautiful, isn't it? These are all native plants that the state had planted here, and they draw the appropriate wildlife. So, baby steps, baby steps. And last time we were here on the channel in 2021, January 2021, these lights were being put in. So it's difficult to think that was a while ago, and next year it'll be 4 years since that video. And we started this channel in May of 2019, so we've been doing this for a while. We only have 1,000 subscribers, and I thought this would be a fun thing to do, and it is, but I thought there'd be more interest, really. But I have, since I started the channel, come across quite a few like surveys and things like that about where do you want to go on vacation, where are interesting things that you want to do located. And the northeastern US is the bottom of the list. Everyone wants to go obviously south, be nice and warm. They even want to go to the northwest, like go see Seattle and things like that, but least popular northeast. So it's been a slow time to get subscribers, and we appreciate every single one of you, whether you comment on the video or like them or dislike our videos. it doesn't matter. We appreciate it. Now, if we could get the rest of the 80% of the people who watch our videos to subscribe, that would be a step in the right direction. But I can't force that to happen. There's a bluebird house right there, placed at the appropriate height, oddly enough, about 5 feet from the ground. Always perplexed as to why they like nesting so low. But look at this building, all decked out in logs and birds. What we do in our personal time is we watch a lot of vloggers from, like, Florida and things like that. And one day I was like, we have interesting things up here too. So why don't I go around and point them out and see where that channel goes? It turns out it doesn't go far. But it's fun doing this, and I wouldn't have been able to tell 5 years ago if I would still be doing videos about central New York and upstate New York. And my real life has changed. I've gotten a full-time job since then. I was actually full-time, but it wasn't fulfilling. The job I have now is fulfilling and kind of taxing on my body a little bit. In front of a computer, I don't get out that much. I have a pinched nerve from using a mouse to be in the same position all day. So, like, right now, currently, that's about how far I can lift this arm. I'm right-handed, and it's not good. It hurts. And holding the camera in this hand, this arm hurts also. So yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since I've done a video, just because of that, but also because there's no time. I can't even hold the camera steady. There's no time to do this anymore, really, and it doesn't seem like a lot of work, I know, when you're on wherever you're watching this from, but it does take a lot of research. So I always have a tough time talking about the channel on videos. I don't know how many videos I've just like deleted because it's like I don't want to I don't want to like brag about, oh, I did a lot of research for this and it took an hour and a half to drive to the location and an hour and a half back, and we spent 4 hours there, and then it took 2 hours to edit the video and get it to where I wanted it. But this is like a part-time job, which isn't bad, but I don't get paid for it, so it's definitely a hobby. I'd say for every minute of video you see on the channel, there's probably an hour behind it someplace. So it does take a little bit of time to record something and bring it to you, but I find that rewarding, so it's not a bad thing. But unfortunately, since I've gone from working on average in retail 28 to 32 hour work week to working 40 hours a week during the daylight, basically the time that I need to be out there filming stuff, well, there's not really time to film stuff. And then since I'm 40 hours in front of a computer all week, the last thing I want to do, really, the last thing I can do is sit down in front of a computer for another 8 hours. My eyes won't let me at this point in life. Quick subject change. I was wondering what this guy was doing down there with a long pole, kind of, and he's holding it up to his head. He has a camera with an incredible lens on it, because this is one of the best places in central New York to see nesting eagles. And then also you'll see train enthusiasts come down here too, because Amtrak and CSX go under this bridge. So we're almost there. We're almost there. This guy's actually here photographing this eagle. So just as I suspected, that gentleman over there was taking a few snaps of the bald eagle that was in the tree back there. I think I had the wrong angle for that, but hopefully it comes out that I was actually here. I will post a picture of that bald eagle on our little blog that we have and on our Facebook page if you want to see that. We'll link all those things, including our store, in the description box. We started a store this past week, and I'm going to try to figure out the pricing structure. I don't want to make money on the merchandise. I know that sounds silly right now. I don't want to do that because we're not really making a lot of money here. But if you want some a shirt or stickers or pins with our channel logo on it, they're available. And we might have a few other announcements coming down the line, but that's about it right now. But we'll leave all those links down in the description box down below. It's a nice place to sit down here. This is the trail we came down, and there's a nice curve to this trail. It winds back toward the highway and then up around these wetlands and over that bridge. Some more ducks here swimming along. Last time I was down here, they were still putting in some of these solar powered lights out here, and they were wiring them and everything. It's incredible how many they have down here. This is really well lit. And as far as bike trails, I mean, this is really great. You can go pretty much from here. You could go to Liverpool on this trail. So you go all the way around the north side of the lake, all the way through. But they have not connected this officially on the shoreline, at least. So one day, they'll be able to figure out, I think it's that far part over there past the mall needs to be connected over there, because you have to go on some roads. But one day it'll just be a walking trail. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Sounds like a good challenge. So last time we were here, I had the good fortune of seeing Amtrak come through, and I wonder if we'll run across something today. Oh, we made it up to the top of the bridge. That's pretty, right? Got some interesting design elements to it. I wonder if that symbolizes anything. It looks like a fish, doesn't it? There's the fish body, and then a tail comes out up here. And maybe these are like water waves, symbolic of water. I think these are the trees that when this bridge opened, these are the trees that had some bald eagles in them, if I'm not mistaken. And the train tracks going through here. And the water treatment facility. Looking back at the trail that we were down, and I parked way over there someplace. My hands are freezing. Liverpool up here. There's an old candle factory that I don't know what it is now, but you can see the smokestack there. It has a candle painted on it. It's quite iconic. You can see why this is a great spot to train spot up here. Pretty good view. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Like industrial still, but baby steps. And not much to look at on this side. I think this third track that's on the right-hand side, that was part of On Track, which goes to downtown. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. So I think that's it. And so On Track, which we did a whole video on the old On Track stations that are through Syracuse. If you want to check that out, I'll leave that linked in the description box. But yeah, I think those are the tracks that they actually were on, because that runs in front of the mall right there. And we have a beautiful bald eagle. I wonder if it's the same one. Wow, how graceful. Oh my goodness. So these are the things that I love to point out, and I don't mind freezing outside for 2 hours doing this if people watch. But we only get about 100 views on some of our videos, and it's really sad. So if you know anyone who likes this area, please pass our videos on to them, and we would love to have them subscribe as well, so it can kind of justify our being, because I love doing this. I was just standing here wondering if this was the same bald eagle as over there, but I think it's a different one. That guy is still standing over there. So I think this is actually different. A second. Thank you everyone for joining me out here on this 34 degree day maybe by now. What we're going to do in the future is less videos, definitely. What I'm planning on doing is maybe have more of a creative, fun type of video, take a little more time to edit it. So we might even see one video every 2 weeks, but we'll always have content that's interesting to watch, at least. Maybe not as frequent, and we appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Hopefully I'm able to make it back to the car without turning into a Ken-sicle, popsicle, and I'm gonna sit out here and watch the bald eagle for a little while. And I see, this is why I like doing this, because I wouldn't see this stuff without having a reason. And now that I know it's out here, I'm going to have a reason, but I need time. Time is the enemy, right? To actually make videos, produce them, and put them out there, and do research into, and then also comment on people's videos, because I don't even watch YouTube that much anymore, because I don't have the eye thing. It's really they're weary. So I'm gonna try to work things out. I hope they can, because I love doing this, and I think I'm repeating myself. But truly, one thing that if I do repeat it, I absolutely mean it. It's so cold, I'm crying. I appreciate everyone watching and liking and supporting us, even just clicking on our video. So thank you so much for coming along and seeing this bald eagle with me. It's awesome. If you get a chance to check out our store, let me know if there's anything that you would like to see in there. I have a few ideas, but I could always use some more. And thanks a lot. We'll see you on our next road trip.